Today, you'll learn why you may want to start using pre-edits, but not in the traditional sense. Pre-edits? Nah, you're trolling. Wait, just hear me out. Give me a few minutes. Fine, whatever. So in order to fully understand, we need to start from the beginning. Fortnite was initially a PvE game where you actually build fortresses, hence the name. When Fortnite Battle Royale came out, Epic just took the basic stair, cone, floor, and wall from Save the World and put it straight into Battle Royale. It wasn't meant to overtake Save the World, it was just a side project. No one knew it would blow up into one of the largest competitive esports today. In the beginning, we were all new to building, and we were nowhere near as good as we are now. As we improved, we built upon our base mechanics to create better and more complex techniques. We all wanted to be the best players we could be. And through years of advancement, we now use these same 4 builds to pull off techniques previously considered impossible. We've come so far from where we started. However, we often fail to stop and think, what if we started from the wrong place? These 4 builds were handed down to us from a tower defense game, and there are over 150,000 edit possibilities. What are the chances that we just happen to have started from the right one? Nah, the pros would figure it out by now if we were doing it wrong. It's literally their job. But it isn't their job to. Their job is to win as much as possible, not experiment with thousands of possibilities, most of which won't lead to anything. If they spent all their time theory crafting and optimizing, they would make way too many changes to actually be the best at any of them. It's the same reason some pros still use single edit binds without edit on release, or build with suboptimal keybinds. If they decided to change, they would risk no longer being as good as they were. Pros are incentivized to become the best at current strats, not revolutionize the game or go back to the drawing board. And as long as nobody's punishing their mistakes, they won't be seen as mistakes. Remember when the meta was to drop on a stair next to someone's box to push them? Well, nothing about the builds changed. People just got good enough to be able to punish the mistake. As a result, people learn to pressure more safely from above so they don't get boxed. Well, if there are over 150,000 possibilities, how are we supposed to know which is best? Well, we'll start by narrowing them down, piece by piece. Let me show you exactly how we got here. First, let's make some goals. We want our building pieces to be permanent, versatile, and powerful. We're not looking for something like the trick Martos popularized, where you have to find time to set it up first and then change it back later. We want to be ready to fight at all times. Fortnite is an ever-changing game, and the edit combination needs to be able to persist through the changes. So for example, if launch pads come back, we want to make sure we're still able to do short pads, mid pads, and high pads. Lastly, we just want it to be good. There's no point in doing all of these changes if it provides no actual benefit over what we're currently doing. So there are exactly 157,500 possible edit combinations. These come from the 15 possible floor edits, 15 cone edits, 25 wall edits, and 28 stair edits. Most of these edits are just not practical. The wall needs to stay how it is because if you tried any of the others, you would no longer be able to box up safely when you take damage. No matter how you edit the wall, you'll always end up with holes for you to get shot through. Well, that already brings us down to 6,300 possibilities. Let's see what else we can eliminate. Well, let's look at the cone. If we make any edits to it, we can no longer cone players off. We can no longer cone slide to stop them from editing down. We can no longer double layer with our floor to keep height. There are so many things you lose from pre-editing a cone that it's just not worth it. And that brings us down to 420. I swear I didn't plan that. Okay, let's look at the stair next. Wait, that's not a stair, that's a cone. Hold up. If I could just edit the cone into a stair, what do I need you for? You need me so we can Mongol Classic. Duh. Then why don't I just pre-edit you into a flipped ramp? Then you can't crank 90s. Okay, what if I make the left half Mongol Classic, and the right half for cranking? Okay, wise guy. How you gonna stair tarp then? Like this? Okay, what about when they take your wall and you need me to cover your head? I can just place the edited one and reset it. Okay, look. You need me. You just don't know it yet. Watch, you'll come back. I know you will. I doubt it. So then what are the benefits of this pre-edit? First, it's really strong and versatile in box fights. It's good in build fights too, but we'll get to that after box fights. Whenever you're pressuring, it's both aggressive and passive at the same time. You can safely pickaxe their wall and instantly reset the stair if they try to edit on you. But at the same time, you can run up and phase into their box whenever you want. And when you're against someone that just tries to cycle into your box, this edit gives you the advantage every time. If they get in on the right side, they'll land on the ramp where you can get free hits with the right hand peek. If they get in on the left side, you can duck under your stair. From here you can get a headshot before they're able to see you at all. And if they're trying to get in from the other side, the ramp will block them from phasing in at all. If you're above someone and want to get in their box, you can drop on the ramp like this and pickaxe the top of their wall. It's impossible for them to hit you. If they try to make an edit, you can just reset. Usually though, they'll be confused and just try and hold the wall. If they do try and edit up, you can again just reset and you're back above them again. If not, you can reset your stair as you break the wall to phase in. And if someone tries to take a peanut butter peek on you without a cone in their box, your stair will block them. You don't even have to rotate it. There are a bunch of other uses for it in box fights, but we'd be here all day. Let's talk about build fights. You might think you lose a lot from not having a normal ramp, but you can do pretty much everything you could before, plus extra. In general, wherever you would have placed the stair before, you just place the cone and then edit it. The only place you wouldn't would be when using it to phase upwards. So when cranking 90s, instead of placing a cone, just place a stair like you normally would. Jump fatigue will kick in when you do it too much, so after every 2, do one with a cone instead. It looks like this. And with these builds, it even opens up new possibilities like this, where you can get a snipe on your opponent if you hear them spraying you out when you're trying to do a retake. There are way too many build combinations to go over in just this video, but every build combo you can do normally can be done with the edited stair. The only exceptions are very specific high ground retakes, but you can just use other retakes that are just as effective. Another huge benefit of this is the fact that it breaks your opponent's habits and makes you less predictable. Fights in Fortnite move so fast that players have to rely on their habits to some extent. When you get ramped over, you instinctively try to cone and box them. When someone gets under your stair, you know they're about to phase in. But when someone sees you drop down like this, they have no clue you're about to phase in their box. This gives you the upper hand in many scenarios. People have a go-to way to get out when you get their wall and stair, but because they aren't used to playing against this, they'll have to try and figure it out on the fly. When I decided to try this out, I thought there'd be massive downsides that I was just missing. But I've been playing like this consistently every day for months now, and it just gets better and better. I can't include every building combination in one video, but I'll be making more videos to explain over time, so make sure to subscribe. I'll update the description each time so this video becomes a hub for learning this playstyle. I implore you to try it and let me know which builds I should cover first. Elevated side jumps, retakes, it's up to you all. And tweet at me if you find any new possibilities you think I should cover. If I do, I'll make sure to credit you. Farewell.